Kaboom! Hello, we have a comic review today. We are talking about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 33, Beyond the Grid. So far away from the grid. What's up? Ranger Liz here, and if this is your first video you're checking out for me, hello and welcome. I was fortunate enough to be in Chris Cantata's latest Morph video in his Forever series, Yellow Fellows, and it was a bunch of fun. So thankful that I was in it. It looks amazing. I'm so happy with it, and yeah, and if you haven't checked it out already, go do it. I'll have a link to it below. It was fun. It was my first ever cosplay kind of shoot like that, so I think I did all right. But I do, oh, so by the way, I do, every Friday I do a show called Ranger Week in Review, which goes over all of the Ranger news in the week, and does it with, you know, a beer and a smile on my face and probably a few jokes that maybe aren't really that funny. I also do show reviews and comic reviews. This comic review, so 33, we pick up right when the Rangers and Alarian get away. Dun dun dun. That was the last issue. But after they get away, she's basically first page starting off saying, you know, why am I alive? Tell me, like, why didn't you just kill me? Because all she's ever known, you know, is she has the Solarix and everybody who comes after her is trying to kill her. So she's like, why? Just kill me already. Like, she's probably really freaking out, and they're like, we just want to talk, you know. I guess maybe like interrogate might be a little bit of a better word for it. So her, Remy and Alarian, who also goes by Ari, so if you hear me say Ari, it's Alarian, the Solar Ranger who has the Solarix. Praetor is the big bad that is chasing after the Solarix. The Rangers are stuck in a big void of everything, and if for some reason you hadn't really read it or know anything about the comics, that's kind of where we are. It's all after the Shattered Grid stuff, but I don't have enough time to talk about all the Shattered Grid stuff. It's really good, though. You should read it. Boom! We have Andros kind of, I'm saying maybe taking charge, or so, talking to her. Tanya gets called the healer, and there's a nice little throwback to her being called Lion Tamer, which is from, like, her first ever appearance, so neat. I guess the day she found out about Rangers and became a Ranger, she was the Lion Tamer. Everyone else is, some of them are on the fence, some of them, you know, of course, Ranger Slayer Kim is immediately like, I don't necessarily feel comfortable putting the person who just did all of this on our ship. Heckle immediately, well, you have a knack, she says, for talking about people when I get the distinct impression you are actually talking about you and me, Heckle. Yeah, Heckle and Kim just have a really great interaction with each other, and not just in this comic, but just in general. I really like the way those two interact with each other. And guys, it's just a really big story episode. You know, we just ended on a cliffhanger of a ton of action. You can tell it ends where it's going into action, but this one is where you learn a lot more about Ari, and you learn how little to know there is about the Solarix. So she goes on to say the ruined Earth. So the Praetor's been telling people that if you follow him, he can lead you to a new world, or a new, I don't remember the exact wording on it. At first she's like, for a long time, you know, we just kind of thought they meant like the afterlife, but no, maybe it actually does mean a new universe, because their universe that they live in is dying. Now, for centuries, planets are blowing up, some are just decaying, some have blown up due to the Praetor's forces, and worlds are just withering, crumbling, nothing new is growing. So it's more or less people are just trying to survive on them, maybe get off the planet, or inevitably everything's dying. And you know what, in the comics, we can say dying. Like the show, we have to say destroy. You can say dying in the comments. Yeah, feeder planets were blowing up and away, and you just see this growing up, what she had. And it was just, you know, stealing, trying to survive, her and her friends, and it goes to show there's 5 or 6 of them working together, trying to steal. And the first one looks like they were stealing from a thief, so yay, morals? Not really sure. Where her story starts with the Solarix, though, we learn, is that she is out there stealing, trying to get food, which I guess you're a kid, whatever, and you're trying to survive. But sure the dude is like handing it out for free. Take it. Well, she's going to nab some anyway. Unfortunately, whenever he gets surprised, he glitches, it freaks her out, she starts falling off the ledge, and when she goes, I guess maybe she was really strong, maybe he glitched, I'm not really sure. But putting it this way, he tries to save her right here, and then he falls. You're safe, and then whoosh. So did she throw him off? I'm gonna leave that pause in there to make you think about that. I have no idea. Anyway, this dude dies, and with his last dying things, he says, take it, the Solarix, you must take it, you must carry it. No, I don't want this. She's like, a kid trying to survive. She does not want the Solarix, but oh no, keep it away from the Praetor, his soldiers. It will seek its own kind. It is the key to everything. So here's where my little brain goes. I'm like, wait, it seeks others, and you learn the Rangers tracked Solar Ranger on her morph energy. The thing she was taking from the ship was this morphing grid energy. So maybe, and this is just my first weird theory, maybe the Praetor is some weird corrupted person who's corrupted by like the morphing grid in their universe and has all the morphing grid. And so every time he sees that last little bit, he's trying to get it. And that's why there's no morphing grid in their entire universe. But in order to make it happen, it's probably all the universe is crumbling. He's probably killing one universe. I have no idea. That was just random conspiracy theory corner with Liz. Ranger Slayer does reach out the hand saying, I know what it's like to be kind of thrust into something, something much bigger than you, something you didn't want any part in, but there you go. She's had, more backstory. Every time she gets close to or anytime someone is near her, they end up regretting that they ever knew her. But this thing, the Solarix, energy of the Solarix is so raw, so powerful, it glitches when I feel fear, doubt, guilt, anger, distraction, numbness. Any of those kind of things is making it glitch. So you've never properly morphed, always glitching, always broken, only because you are alone. Oh, is Solarix Ranger gonna become... Is she gonna become our 7th Ranger? Oh, that would be fun. But, who knows at this. But back to a little more backstory on her. She says she doesn't blame her friends for giving her up. They tried to basically sell her, I'm sure, to probably eat. At this point, she ends up morphing, escaping, and whatnot. But she says, I'm not its keeper. Or, I'm sorry, the Solarix was never meant for me. I am not its keeper because I was strong, fast, holy, or ordained. It was not because I was a great warrior, scholar, or sage. There was simply no one else to carry it. How many times do we see in our Ranger stories, it's sometimes they are chosen, or sometimes they get to choose. But there they are. Remind you of anything? 5 teenagers with attitude get recruited into an eventually intergalactic war they had no part of. It was between like Rita and Zordon. And there they go. And it immediately kind of makes, I guess it maybe kind of thinks me of that. Yeah, the Heckle and Kim, that's why reluctant child soldier, meaning to fight, sound familiar? Yeah, perhaps. Well, a lot of teams of Rangers that were just chosen. So the Solarix is drawn by the presence of an energy I don't understand, but I think it gives me the power to protect it. It gives me the power to morph. This is where they're thinking, okay, you've got morph energy in this thing. There have been sparks, scatters of vortex energy, that's what they're kind of calling it, crumbs from the Praetor's table. I had never seen in all my years the feast of energy your ship put out. So she's saying basically when she hops around, it's just scraps. It's just a little bit. That little bit of power that Grace had to keep the ship running was a feast to her. And she doesn't know what it actually does with, like what the Solarix does. Does it just hold power? Does it give someone the power to morph? We don't, or, you know, is it charging up to give somewhere else? But now they're heading back to actually Promethea. They'd put them on their scout ship. Now they're heading back to Promethea, and there's a lot of things. You have Cam kind of talking with Ari right here. You know, does it store it? Does it give the carrier the strength to morph? If the Praetor knows it's an energy source, is he trying to become the character? Is he trying to make Rangers? There are a lot of questions that get drawn now, because now that, you know, one of the first big questions was, okay, who's Solar Ranger? Whoa, we found that out really fast. And so now it's just like layering and layering and layering. And now you're like, the Praetor maybe isn't just trying to destroy or save people or whatever he's actually going to end up doing. I'm going to guess kill people. Maybe not just that. Maybe it has something to do with the morphing grid itself. Whenever they're trying to get back to the Promethea, finds out they were drifted into an asteroid ship. Some of the things broke off. They ended up reclaiming metals and wire. That might be important later. Remember, if they mentioned it, that would probably be important. So they're checking in, telling Grace there's so much in this void. There is so much life in this void. But whatever is here is in danger. This mad tyrant is chasing our ranger, a deluded old conqueror called the Praetor. Boom! Look at that 2-page. Look at that 2-page. With the Praetor right there, of course. Looking down on everything. That's Promethea, by the way, for scale. That is Promethea. There's a lot of ships. I don't know if that's him all going to attack. I don't know if those are just other ships that are nearby. You know, it's probably going to be attacking the Praetor. And he gives out as all good. Because if you're going to look like this, guys, you have to be able to just get the voice rumbling, you know, everywhere to scare the Rangers. Telling, so it was a tracker, by the way. He was smart. So he tracked the Rangers just like the Rangers tracked Ari. Good Praetor. I mean, crap. Strangers, pilgrims, exiles from the lands beyond. Give me the Solar Ranger. Give me the Solarix she carries. I will spare you. I will show you the way home. You only live still because I allow it. That is your purpose. What a magnificent purpose it is to aid me in my quest. All that is left for you to do is bring me the girl and the Solarix. Join me. For a brief second, and these people don't know the Rangers, and so here she is, and I've already forgot her. Remy, there you go. He slaughtered billions, Andros. He looks at her. 6 strained morphers. No Zords, no allies, no grid. You think that's gonna stop Andros? Oh no, there he goes. Never. We'll fight. Even if Ari says stop, protect it and it will protect you. Just as it has protected me, I open it to you, to all of you. Charge up, because it's Morphin time. Yes! That was a lot of story this week, guys, but it ends, you know, it started with just ending a fight, and it's ending before a very, very big fight. So it's just a lot of character building, and of course, there's, you know, the looks, the side glances, the things that you don't quite get if you're just listening to it like this, but it did do quite a bit for the characters, and now we know way more about Ari and the Solar Ranger and how she came to be. Did she throw him off? Did she throw him off? I don't know. Maybe she didn't know her own strength. But this is a really good issue to just set everything. The Rangers, and I almost feel like, I don't say it was a deep breath of an issue, but you know when we just had, you know, they got blasted in there and they got chased and they got chased and they got chased. This issue kind of just felt like everybody going, okay, let's put all this together and figure out, you know, what's kind of going on before we just throw another major wave at you. And for that, I did really enjoy the issue. So even if you're not a fan of just, you know, there was a little action. She threw the old guy off the cliff. He doesn't have a name. You'd think, but I guess it was like 3 dying words. Maybe we'll find out more about him in a later issue, but I recommend it. Of course, go pick it up. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 33. I am still doing the 12 Days of Rangers, guys. Join me on social media. It's a bunch of fun. Lots of fun in December coming up. It's gonna be a good one. Thanks for watching, guys, this comic review. My name is Ranger Liz, Ranger Week in Review. I will see you at the next video. Have a great day. Toodles.